you guys? This is All Day Day 1 on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you another Assassin's Creed Odyssey build video. And with this build video I'm going to be giving you is going to be the Stagger Dagger build. And this build is pretty powerful in my opinion. You can pretty much stun lock a single target or multiple targets if you're hitting multiple targets. And once you start staggering or stun locking like the mercenaries, the high level mercenaries, it's pretty much a guaranteed win. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the weapons that I'm using and the gear. So I have Staff of Hermes Trismegistus, Dionysus Tears, Epic Bow, and then the rest is epic gear. Now for Staff of Hermes Trismegistus, you're gonna have chance to ignore half damage. Mine is only at 32%. Obviously when you're level 91 to 99 it's gonna be much higher. And then you also have a low chance to gain a 30% health shield when hit. Now this doesn't mean you have to be hit. It means if you do the parry or if you do a perfect dodge, it'll proc from those as well. And then I threw on the 5% chance to stun on melee hit, which that comes from the Gorgonian Xiphos. I don't exactly remember where you get this sword from, but you will end up getting it pretty early on in the game, so you will more than likely have it already. And then for the Dionysus Tears, this comes from the Helix store only, or from the Oikos vendor. Now, if you don't have it, then your next best bet would either be Dagger of Cronus or Atlantean Blade, because Atlantean Blade just it's really nice with the high crit damage it has, as well as the armor penetration that it offers. You don't really need the hunter damage, but it's still really good. And then even Edge of Time is really good because you might end up pairing a lot. I end up pairing a lot, but Dionysus Tears is just going to be the better option in my opinion, because one, you're also going to be getting adrenaline per crit, so you won't have to put any points into that for your mastery points, as well as having that 2% chance to deal 25% of your assassin damage on melee hit. And then I throw on that 45% crit damage for more crit damage obviously. Now for my bow, I have warrior damage, crit chance, all damage, and then I threw on the 30% armor penetration. Armor penetration is very important to have, so if you don't have it, or if you don't have it on your builds but you have the engrave, I would highly recommend putting that engrave on. Now for my gear, I have warrior damage, 16% crit chance while full health, 32% crit chance to ignore half damage, and then 45% crit damage on the engrave. And then for my gloves, I have warrior damage, crit chance, crit damage while full health, and then crit damage on the engrave slot. The torso, warrior damage, all damage, crit damage, and then 2% damage dealt restored as health. And then for the waist, warrior damage, crit damage while full health, crit chance, and then I put the Nemean Lion set on the engrave slot. Now for the boots, it has assassin damage, crit chance while full health, crit damage while full health, and then I have warrior damage. I just need to get that warrior damage maxed out from the Hephaestus vendor or blacksmith, and then I think that'll be around 18% or something. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the abilities and the mastery points. So I have Bull Rush, Second Wind, Ring of Chaos, Weapons Master, Gear Master, Battlecry of Ares, Shield Breaker, Shadow Assassin, Venomous Attacks, Poison Mastery, and Slow Time all maxed out. So generally you want to use Slow Time whenever you use Battlecry of Ares, so that way it kind of feels like Battlecry of Ares has a much longer duration, because it kind of does. You're also going to be hitting pretty fast as well anyways, so you might as well do that. And you can still use Slow Time regardless without it. But Venomous Attacks, I have it on both my melee wheels, as you can see, just in case it runs out. I don't have to go back and switch, because it does kind of get annoying having to switch back and forth between this. So just being able to press it on one of the wheels is going to be really useful. And then you're going to want to have each passives, because it's going to give you a really good benefit. Like this one right here, the Shadow Assassin is going to give you 50% more crit damage, as well as assassinating enemies will give you 1 extra adrenaline segment. And then for the Weapons Master will give you 40% more warrior damage, as well as 10% more crit chance. Gear Master will have that 10% chance to stagger enemies, so remember this is a stagger build, you want to get as much staggering as possible. And then this one, I only put 2 out of 3, just so whenever I'm not in combat, I will get 1 adrenaline segment filled all the way up. And then also another thing I want to mention with the Staff of Trismegistus is that low chance to the shield that you gain. It can also stagger enemies if they hit you while you have that shield proc, and if the shield breaks, it'll still stagger them. So it's really good about that. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the mastery points. So I have 10 out of 20 on my crit damage, but we're not gonna worry about that right now if you're at my level. So you are gonna get 12 out of 20 on chance to stun on melee hit, so now you're looking at 9% chance to stun on melee hit. 12 out of 20 on the warrior damage for that 16%. 8 out of 20 on the damage dealt restored as health, so now you're looking at 5% on that in total. And then the poison weakening effect is going to be at 8 out of 20, so you're just dealing, technically debuffing the enemy even more. And then 12 out of 20 on the assassin damage, so that when you do hit that Dionysus' tears proc, then you're going to hit even harder with that. Damage with daggers is 8 out of 20. I want to get this at 12 out of 20 or even 15 out of 20 because I am only mainly using daggers. And then crit chance while full health is at 12 out of 20, 8%. And then crit damage while full health would be at 12 out of 20. But since what I did is kind of like a little micromanagement with this. So I had 12 out of 20, and then I went into the crit damage, put it up to 10 out of 20, because after 10 out of 20 it starts only going up by 1%. And then I went back and for the crit damage while full health, and it goes up by 2% up to 14 out of 20, and then it'll go up by 1% after you go to 15. And then for the damage while full health is at 8 out of 20 for that 12% crit damage while full health. I do also want to make sure, if you do have enough points, try to get chance to ignore half damage up, because that's definitely going to help out a lot in the long run. And then also the poison damage is going to be very useful as well if you can get that, but obviously I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then for the damage on elites and bosses, you want to get that at 8 out of 20, and then chance to deal 25% of assassin damage on melee hit is at 12 out of 20. It's only going to go up to 5%, so don't worry about going all the way to 20 out of 20. And that is pretty much it with those stats. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, no, I already went over it. I was gonna say about the damage restored itself, but anyways, you're gonna go ahead and take a look at the stats real quick. So I'm at 195% warrior damage, 109% assassin damage, and then my damage with daggers is only at 18%. Definitely gonna be a lot higher. And then crit chance while full health is at 84%, while my crit damage while full health is at 602%. That could reach about 617% once I max out the crit damage. And then the adrenaline per crit is at 32%, so as you can see, I didn't have to put any points into my mastery to get that because of the Dionysus tears. And then I'm at 64% crit, chance to ignore half damage, just because of the sword, or the staff, and my helmet. But that is pretty much it with this build. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know down in the comment section as well, and I'll try my best to help you guys out. And yeah, if you have any other build suggestions or anything you'd like to see, let me know down in the comment section as well. And that's pretty much it. This is all Day 1 on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and enjoy the rest of the video.